Welcome back to the channel here. Today we're going to take a look at a question that I've been getting on YouTube recently, and it's about the difference between the Preamp A solo mode and the overdrive solo mode. So there are some confusion about this and what the two options really are. So let's just start off right here. Preamp A, which is the only preamp that you can choose in here because the GT-1 doesn't feature a dual signal chain. So you have Preamp A right here, and you're basically able to take that preamp into some kind of solo mode, which is basically a boost in both frequency, a little bit of gain, and a little bit of volume boost. So let's just enter the Preamp A here, and let's say that I have the clean twin going here, and I've just set it up the way I like it, and I play with this through a patch, for example, and at the end of that patch there comes a solo, or I just need that little bit of extra boost because things are just running wild, anything like that. I will basically press the memory edit button, and I will scroll to whatever type of foot switch I want this to be controlled by. And I'm just going to take the CTL1 here. So find that icon and press enter, and you will see that you can set it to off and basically just scroll until you see Preamp A solo. And make sure to set it to toggle, because when you press it in, it's going to activate, and when you're going to press it again, it's going to take it out. So you also have the option of selecting how much of a boost or how loud it's going to get or how quiet it's going to get by adjusting the solo level here. So for a clean amp, it will basically just maybe add a little bit of extra grit to that amplifier depending on how much the gain is adjusted to, and it will definitely boost some of the frequencies, make you stand out a little more, and give you that little bit of extra volume, also depending on how you set the solo level. That's basically what it will do for a clean amp. But let's say you have some form of match drive, for example, or it could also be the Marshall types here. Those are a little bit grittier, a lot more dirt to it, and you have a rhythm section going, for example, and you like that sound, but you have a solo coming up and you would like to just take it that notch further. No problem, you just do exactly the same. Choose the Preamp A solo, or that parameter, sorry, and set it up like we did before, and everything just works like a charm. You might also want to assign some reverb, some delay to really get you into solo mode, and that's basically what it will do. So simply by just using the preamp right there, you have the ability to go from your basic rhythm over to some lead, or your basic clean over to a little bit more punch, for example. Another factor could be the overdrive solo, or OD solo as it's called here in the GT-1. So let's say I have my clean amp going here, and we head over to the overdrive distortion section. And let's just say that I'm going to pair the clean twin with the T-Scream, which I basically do when I normally create patches. I have the overdrive and the preamp activated, and same as before, if I want to go from my basic rhythm into a lead using the overdrive, not the preamp this time, if I like the sound of the overdrive combined with that preamp, and I just want to get that extra notch as we talked about, but this time on the overdrive, then I will do the same thing by pressing the memory edit. I will scroll to whatever corresponding foot switch I wanted to assign and press enter, but instead of preamp solo, I'm going to select OD solo, and I can adjust the parameter over here as I wish, but it's going to have an effect on the overdrive this time. So to see those two from each other, the Preamp A solo is basically only working when you have the preamp activated. whether it's a clean or whether it's an overdriven preamp. But if you like the sound and just want that notch, use the preamp overdrive. If you have an overdrive paired with one of your favorite preamps from here, you can basically take that overdrive and get it that notch further and take it into solo mode. And the mode of these two that I use the most are basically the overdrive solo, because I find that I can actually often dial the preamp in the way I like it. And just by pushing it that little further with an overdrive pedal, it's actually going to give me that perfect rhythm sound that I need. And taking it that further by adding the overdrive solo function here is going to give me the perfect sound for any type of lead sound. So I tend to use that the most, but if I have a patch where nothing much is going on and I only need a clean preamp, but I need that little bit of boost, I tend to use the preamp solo function. You could also just assign the clean boost from the overdrive section, but it depends on what you need. But yeah, this is basically the difference between the two. So there might be a perfect purpose for using both if you wish to use that, if one boost isn't enough, or you can decide whether of the two you need. Yeah, I think that's basically what's to it. And thanks again for watching, guys. If you have questions, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Requests are also very welcome, so if you need anything, just let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks for watching, have a good one, guys.